Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hell's Toaster and today we'll be looking at Artanis. He's probably one of my favourite heroes of the Storm. He's from the StarCraft universe. I don't know much about StarCraft, but I do love his bruiser style of play. I played one warm-up game which came down to the wire because of an annoying Donkey Kong build Chen. Which, if you don't know what that is just barrels, barrels, and even more barrels. But I think we did very well. I know what to change for my build, so let's give it a go.
Our time has come.
And we rolled the dice, and Lady Luck, who seems to dislike me today, has given us Blackheart's Bay.
If you have any wisdom
This
at
seems
all,
extraordinarily
you will
loud.
remain silent.
I'm gonna try and, once my computer decides to allow me to, turn this down a little bit. Because yep. Audio, as soon as a patch goes on, for some reason, just changes everything for me. But so now we've got that just under control. Sorry about that. We're going to begin our Blackheart's Bay game. Again, I believe I've mentioned this in a previous video. Not my favourite map. Probably one of my least favourite maps, to be honest.
With honor, I lead.
But I'm going to take reactive parry. Ooh, I was stopped there. And now we are just trying to keep their Diablo body blocked in nicely. I was trying to, before I got interrupted by their Morales grenade, trying to QE combo in for a nice long range swap, but that wasn't going to happen. Unfortunately, I had a living bomb passed to me, but we managed to get out anyway. I tried for a cheeky swap there onto Vala, but it didn't seem to happen. I'm going to go down to bot lane and try and grab this treasure chest, leaving the middle lane, as I don't believe middle lane is going to be contestable at this point. But me and Tracer have got the right idea. Just try and grab as many as we can down here. We shouldn't have shared them. We should try putting them all on one character, but it's just how it's gone. I've managed to get out now, but I'm going to run back in to try and frontline. Against the Jaina and Kael'thas though, that is unfortunately not very easy. It looks like Diablo just dived in and took out our Gul'dan. But Thrall did take out Jaina, so that is something we can be a little bit happy with. I have got my combo up again right now. No one was grabbed, unfortunate. But we've still got 5 coins apiece, so me and Tracer are going to hand in while Stukov and Thrall are zoning for us right now. Looks like Thrall found himself a little fight, but we're going to kill Diablo nicely. Now I'm going to turn here on Jaina. Oh, that was unfortunate. It looks like Stukov down here managed to pick up those coins, which was nice. But I'm going to try and just quickly take this camp, because Gul'dan is here with us. We don't really want them on Gul'dan. This is something I see a lot of people trying to do, is take them away from tanks. Tanks have got a lot more survivability. Gul'dan does have a lot of self-sustain, which I will not lie is very good for a coin carrier, but not something I would put as trumps over a tank. I may die now, which is why me and Stukov are splitting ourselves up, trying to ensure they won't at least get both of us. Now, at this point, because they've got a lot of burst damage with Kael'thas, Jaina, and Vala, I'm going to be taking Shield Surge to get that increased shield when below 25% health. Because last game I took the increased the shield battery cooldown, and I just felt like it was just couldn't keep the shield. I needed more shielding just so much. Last game, just to give it a bit of perspective, with a D.Va, a Morales, a Murky, a Chen, and their fourth, I believe, was Vala. Their Chen had almost double the damage of their Vala, which just proves like how much damage he was doing at least. So we are going for a build here to try and combat that. Try and grab a bit more shielding this time, because now they have a lot more burst damage on their team. I really want to keep an eye on getting as much shielding as possible. My E didn't go off there. I'm slightly confused, but I interrupted their backing, which is useful. Trying to just quickly grab this this keep here. I'm trying to run away right now. Valo is probably going to catch me, unfortunately. But at this level I go for Chrono Surge. And luckily I did get away. And Tracer picks up the kill. That's nice. I'm enjoying that. So it means, in a way, we did bait Vala to her death, but it was a good pickup on the Tracer to see me needing help. Whereas last game, I was needing that a lot. I was going in, trying to save our team, trying to stop. It was on Dragon Shrines, and I was the only one ever contesting the shrines themselves, so I needed much more team rotations, which is nice to see in this game. I don't know why I cancelled that there, but we have Kael'thas at top, so we don't have to worry about too much of their poke damage. They still have Jaina and Vala, but and we have seen Vala and Diablo now, with Stukov going in very heavy there. We're going to try and take these away from them now, because every mercenary camp gives us 2 extra coins, which is very nice, and it gives us pressure with mercenaries. So now I'm trying to pick up all the coins just to make sure we don't have any don't have them too spread on our team, so only one person needs to hand in rather than 2 or 3. But I'm just going to hand these in real quick to make sure I don't lose them. Jaina is behind. I'm pinging that out so they can turn on her, because I'm coming in now too. Jaina and Kael'thas are behind them. We didn't get Kael'thas, unfortunately, but I am keeping up the fight here, trying to keep pressure, basically. But it seems like Kael'thas managed to get away, unfortunately. But with this, we will have enough coins for our hand in, if we can grab them. We only need 4, so I kind of just want to get 4 on myself and then run to the hand in as soon as possible. I believe Tracer picked up the other chest, which is nice. So now with this hand in from me, unless Diablo stops me, of course, which he is going to. That's unfortunate. I was trying to stop Gul'dan there. I missed my E again. Again, unfortunate, but we're keeping ourselves nice and in this. Diablo, we have Tracer, who's extremely good at just jumping in, interrupting her and jumping away. Again, my E was just not on cooldown. I'm going to pull Jaina into the middle of us. That's unfortunate. I got hit by Living Bomb. So they've now got my coins, which is incredibly bad, as I thought we'd be able to kill Jaina if I brought her to the middle of us. I was just straight up wrong. But it's incredibly hard to pick on this team, because we don't have... I don't understand. They have a lot of range damage, whereas we've got Thrall. They've got 2 mages. Double mages is quite interesting how you combat. Last time I took Suppressing Pulse, but this time, last time I took Purifier Beam. I was going to try and take Suppressing Pulse this time, as I believe it's probably the better value ultimate. But I'm going to go Purify Beam purely because they have a lot of low mobility heroes in Morales, in Jaina, in Kael'thas. So they don't have enough auto attackers as well. They have Vala, who's the only auto attacker on their team, who I don't particularly care to. I'm going to put that straight onto Jaina now. I'm trying to get out of the stun if possible, but obviously not. Ah, I'm being pyroblasted. But luckily, with my shield and the nice, I believe he took biotic armor from Stukov. No, he took the increased heal. But either way, just the increase of whatever happened there, armor, healing, it just allowed me to stay alive. So all props there to Stukov, as I believe my shield only procs after damage below 75% health. So I think I would have died if I hadn't been healed by him there. But we've now got a hand in, thanks to all the coins Tracer has procured herself across the battlefield. And now we're just going to try and push this bot lane, because the cannon is firing top. Cannon's firing top, so if we get some pressure down bot lane, we're getting double kinds of pressure. Oh, so Diablo wants to... But I can just do that. I will die here, unfortunately, as it's 5 people in the bot lane. I mean, 5 people for me is... I don't really understand it. They're going to now get the bot mercs, but... Was 5 people necessary? Diablo and Kael'thas handing in here will get themselves not a tribute. Will get themselves a nice coin barrage. But they have now picked up the mercenaries bot lane. I noticed that actually before the minimap with the coins going up instead, which means I need to be a little bit more map aware. But I think they're just going to get this hand in, unfortunately. Yeah, there's not much I can do to get in here. That's a hand in for them anyway. They don't have 14 coins now. They did before. But, now we just want to get in and... That's the large swinging ultimate there from Stukov. Not the ultimate of my choice, but... Unfortunately, Stukov is going to be taking out there. Oh, and I'm gone into a flame strike. So that was a very messy team fight. We lost 2, they lost 2. They lost Vala and Jaina, whereas we lost our tank and support. So they've got the damage. We still have more damage than them, but they have a healer, which is unfortunate. But at this level, I might take Phase Bulwark. Usually I take Triple Strike. Yeah, I'm going to take Phase Bulwark purely for the fact that they have so much ability damage on their team with Jaina, with Kael'thas. Yes, I know Diablo and even Morales grenades can set off the spell armor anyway, but I would rather run the chance of blocking a Kael'thas flame strike than, say, just letting it explode on me. You know, I could get triple strike and deal more damage, but I feel like that would be a silly move for ourselves, and I believe I'm probably dead here, so I'm just going to go hard on Morales, as I'm already really far into the back line. But I'm going on Jaina now, purely because she ran forward, and Draw's got the right idea. He's going hard for Jaina. And now I pull Vala back in, and Vala's now stim drone, so I don't really want anything to do with her. But I'm going to chase her right now because she's in the middle of our team, and that was a nice cleanup for us there. I kind of want my teammates to hand in, but I guess we've got enough. They don't need everyone else. These mercenaries are up in 25 seconds, but we're going to grab all the other coins just to be sure. And now the barrage is firing on bot lane, and with that tower being such low health, it's not going to take as much to kill it. So that was kind of what I wanted to do earlier. And Tracer getting that nice kill in there means a cannonball is not going to be wasted on that tower. It's going to go on and deal more damage to everything else. Unfortunately, that one had already fired, so we couldn't stop that one. But at this point now, I want to go for Titan Killer, because when I do get on top of one of the enemy squishies, I can deal a bit more damage to them. Oh, that was a nice burst there onto... I'm putting this onto Morales because we want to push her out of the fight if possible. Ooh, Diablo wanted to flip me. If he had been a bit smarter there, he could have easily have just waited for me to get close to the gate and then flipped me over his tower. Which would have been very tragic for me there. We have left Thrall on his own, but I'm going to loop back round to make sure he doesn't get caught out. I'm here just so he doesn't get completely jumped in on. Diablo has seen me, so he's not going to go super hard. But there we go, Thrall's getting away now. Thrall's going to go for a hand in with 6. I've got 1, which means we need 1 more coin. No, I'm going to let Thrall and Stukov hand in while I zone. This ensures they get their hand in so I can dismount anyone trying to come in for the... Oh, I got stopped there. Diablo actually saved me there from Jaina's... I can't remember, it's called Cone of Cold. I'm trying to stay alive for an extra second or so to get my ultimate off, but I just couldn't do it. It's unfortunate, but stayed alive for an extremely long time while my team was handing in and then repositioning, but it's unfortunate that... Oh, Vala! Using the movement speed boost from Stim Drone against her with the fear there. But unlucky, Thrall couldn't get away from that. I think Tracer would be better off coming down to help rather than pushing mid. But she's doing her. At this point, Pyroblast is going to get him. It's unfortunate. He's not going to live. That was extraordinarily long range for him to get caught by the Pyroblast, though. Tracer's keeping us ahead in XP, which is actually probably a good call. Because we did just lose 4 of us in one team fight. But we're all back up now. They don't have enough coins for a hand in, which is nice. If they get this camp here, they will now have enough coins. But we're going to try and prevent that, at least the hand in part. So we need to position ourselves accordingly to block the hand in. No, okay. We're not gonna block the hand in. They're gonna get it.
Treasure for everybody.
No.
But mostly for me.
Tracer's gonna get the top chest. These guys are getting this chest. We're trying to position ourselves here so we can interrupt any hand in they try to do. Ooh. I put that on Chaos because he is the one we want to keep zoned away with his Pyroblast. But I'm trying to get on him now. I'm in very deep here. At this point, I'm just trying to get some stacks off, get some procs off for my... Ooh, that was a beautiful gravity lapse there by Calfast. Nope, we're not going to get that. Right, so we managed to take out Diablo, which was extraordinarily good for us, but they still have all of the coins we need. So we kind of want them to run away. Our team, I mean. We kind of want them to run away so we can take this camp. I grabbed 1 coin, unfortunately. But we're doing extraordinarily well on this map, to be honest. It's much closer than what I don't like this map purely because of how snowbally it tends to be. If you get a good couple of team fights in the early game, there's no stopping it. Oh, beautiful swap here by me. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I just pulled Morales out of their team like she was nothing. Oh, that was... Ooh. Now I take Force of Will, increasing my amount of shielding. Because we want shielding. The more shielding we have, the better. Oh, if I had got Vala there, that would have been beautiful. I have Living Bomb, so I'm moving away from my team. Gonna destroy this wall so we have a better escape plan. And in 4 seconds, I'm going to try and pluck. Oh, Vala. And Diablo is gone. But here we go. This is a nice end to it, with a beautiful pick on Morales to secure the end at least. It was good. Mwah. But I'll go over the build a bit more in depth after the game. But that was extraordinarily well. Tracer diving in after I picked out Morales to just go in and clean up. She has the safety to just go in and know that the person won't live through their damage anymore with Morales gone. She was, in fact, MVP. She was always there when I dived in to the enemy team during team fights, so I'm very happy to give her the upvote there. Stukov as well, extraordinarily good healer, kept me alive through multiple times in that whole team fight. It was just a well-rounded, good, drawn-together team. But, yeah, so that was Blackheart's Bay. I'll continue talking about my point that I don't really like Blackheart's Bay. I don't know if I'm rambling or if I finished this train of thought, so I'll continue it again now. 2 or 3 stompy team fights at the early game, so if you say one person gets caught out at the hand-in, like what I was constantly doing in this game, running in, face-checking it, which I caught myself doing at certain points in the stop, but realised at that point I just needed to delay for my team to get there, because I knew they would turn up. But 1 or 2 of those at the early game, and the enemy team can run away with a 5-level lead easily, and it just stops you from being able to come back, and that's really frustrating for me in a game where you can play at the top of your game, but if if I'm not playing, say I'm playing a low impact kind of character, a character who is good at keeping our team alive, so say I'm playing a support, I don't want to call anyone low impact now, but someone who you can't carry with, I think is the best way to describe it. So if you are playing, let's just say you're playing Uther, single target healer, or a primarily single target healer, and you are helping your Sergeant Hammer, and your front line is Muradin. Muradin jumps in, and then he can't get himself out, and you then have to pick between the two. And if the enemy team is smart enough and decide to split the damage between Muradin and Sergeant Hammer, they will win that team fight, because you, as Uther, have such long cooldowns, especially in the early game without Benediction. You cannot... It's playing the map to its full potential. I understand this is a specific kind of scenario, and it's not in all scenarios, but it frustrates me when you're playing someone who isn't as high impact as Artanis or most assassins. But no, we'll go through my build now. 2 seconds. I'm just going to take a nice drink of water. I burnt my tongue yesterday eating dinner, so a nice cool mouthful of water is quite nice. But at level 1, we took reactive parry purely, and I say this 100%, for Vala. 50 physical armor against the next heroic basic attack, reduces the damage by 50%, store 2 charges. Just to stop Vala from being able to kill me, it's so good. The other 2 options would be the increased damage to mercenaries, minions and monsters, which hasn't got a lot of value on this unless you're going around and just solely jungling as Artanis on this map, which I don't recommend. You do have 2 global ultimates, but I still wouldn't recommend it. That's cool, Dan. Shield Surge. Oh, I felt the difference between... I felt the difference between Shield Surge in this game and Shield Battery in the last game incredibly. Shield Surge is just so much more... increases the shield size by 75% while you're below 25% health. As Artanis, you You don't want to be 100% health, so you want to be kind of, you know, below 75%. And there are some assassins in the game that will hit you for so much of your health that you can fall below 25%. And that just increased shield size is so important when you're versing those heroes. And then at level 7, I took Chrono Surge. Yes, Chrono Surge. Hitting an enemy hero with my Phase Prism increases my attack speed by 50% for 5 seconds. This is incredibly good when combined with your trait, the Shield Overload. And the last sentence there, basic attacks lower the cooldown of Shield Overload by 4 seconds. So 50% increased attack speed means I'm attacking faster, gaining my trait back, and when I'm, again, below 25% health, that value from Shield Surge is amazing. At level 10, I took Purifier Beam because they had 4 people that I wanted to stick it on. I wanted to zone out Vala, Jaina, Morales, and Kael'thas. If we were extraordinarily lucky to get Morales, Kael'thas, and Jaina in one game as Artanis, because those are like 3 quite high picks for Purifier Beam. Sergeant Hammer is another high contested, another high value target for Purifier Beam. But Suppression Pulse, if you have a lot more characters or auto attack based, Suppression Pulse is the better of the 2 ultimates. It's unlimited range and blinds the enemies for 4 seconds. Now that wouldn't work very well against Jaina and Kael'thas as they are mages, but if you say had Vala or Reyna and an Artanis on the enemy team, you can shut down so much damage with Suppression Pulse. At level 13, I took Phase Bulwark because, as mentioned, the double mage, the 40 spell armor reducing ability damage by 40%. Against Kael'thas, that's crippling. Jaina has a combo style system, so she's going to hit you with multiple spells anyway. Reducing her burst damage is great. However, the enemy team did have Vala throwing out a lot of spells, did have a Diablo throwing out his flame. I can never remember what it's called. The flame is coming out from beneath him. They all take away the stack as well. Oh no, it's not a stack. Ah, so it's just for 4 seconds, 40% reduced damage. Yeah, no, hush my mouth. It's an amazing talent in this game. You block all incoming damage by 40%. It's so good. It's so good, especially against the double mage, as I said. So imagine Jaina Kael'thas doing double combo on me. I would reduce that entire damage by 40%. I probably wouldn't live through a whole combo from both of them, but 40% reduced ability damage from, say, a Pyroblast is the difference easily between life and death. Now, level 6, I took Titan Killer because Diablo has amazing amounts of health. He hasn't got a lot of armor kind of talents, so he is just a massive meat slab. So 2% of the maximum 2% of the target's maximum health on my W, which only has a 4-second cooldown, is great. It's just so good. I also took it because I was diving in on the backline quite frequently against Jaina, Morales, and Kael'thas, and Vala. So 2% of Squishy's maximum health is very nice to constantly deal as well. The other one I would have taken if I had a much more consistent dive team, so say with Zeratul and Kerrigan, I would have taken Sonic Wound, 25% damage, 25%, yeah, reducing their hero's armor by 25%, increasing all damage by 25%. That's with a Kerrigan, Zeratul, any like Nova, anyone who's a dive comp is really good for that. And at level 20, I took Force of Will purely because at this point we were winning the game, but I didn't want to take Nexus Blades to deal more damage in case they ended up coming back, so I went safe with Force of Will, which is increasing my traits. The last sentence, again, basic attacks lower the cooldown of Shield Overload by 4 seconds. This talent increases that to 6 seconds. So it just basically means with a 24-second cooldown on, I believe, on the trait, yep, 24 seconds, 4 auto attacks with Force of Will gets you your trait back, whereas 6 auto attacks normally. And with the W attacking twice, you can easily get 4 auto attacks in. Basically, probably a second. If you auto attack W auto attack, you can that will probably equal into a second to get your cooldown back with this talent. It's so incredibly good. If you were going for a more damage-based Artanis, so say you had another tank and you wanted to be the Bruiser Artanis, you go for Triple Strike at level 13, Titan Killer, and Nexus Blades. And the amount of damage you can do against tanks, or against anyone with large percentage health, oh my god, it's actually sickening. It is sickening. But yeah, that was my Artanis game. All in all, quite a successful game. I was expecting it to be a loss, I'm not going to lie. I have quite a low win rate on Blackheart's Bay. But anyway, this has been Heroes of the Storm with Artanis. I have been Hell's Toaster, and thank you very much, and goodbye.